Well, everybody, welcome to the 2025 edition of the Menards Ceiling Fan Display Tour. Starting off, of course, with the Hunter Industrial 96-inch, which has now been marked up an additional $200, I believe, from last time I was here. I think it was $999.99 last time. Now it's about $1,200. So, a bit more expensive there. Controls still over here. Out of reach. But yeah, why don't we get started then? It's still running as probably on its slowest possible speed. This is always probably among my favorite videos to do every year. Just because it's just interesting to see what new comes out. And I mean, Menards has always had a very special place in my heart for childhood reasons, so it's always fun to come and see what's new. And they usually have a pretty decent selection of stuff too, mostly Hunter, but I digress. So in the front section here, let me see if I can get kind of like a full-on shot for you guys. This first aisle, and then we got some more aisles on the sides. This is something that they've done relatively the last like 6 years or so not really new, but new-ish. We got a bunch of Hunter modern, looks like low ceiling type fans here for smaller rooms. We still have the spaceship one there. I keep forgetting, Jesse. Interesting name for that. I feel like back when like the Discovery was big and stuff like that, they would have called that, what would they have called it? The Hunter Out of This World ceiling fan or something like that. I could see that. Hunter Blast Off. That'd also be kind of cool. This looks new here. This almost reminds me of the modern Fanco ball ceiling fans, although obviously it doesn't have as spherical of a bottom. Foley, is that a Hunter? Looks like a Hunter. Could also be a Patriot Lighting though, which is Menards' house brand for those who are unfamiliar. I cannot tell what that is. I'm gonna guess probably Patriot Lighting, because Hunter fans that don't have actual blade brackets look a little more like that, where like you can kind of see the joint. Right there, kind of see the joint. Can't really see that on that. This looks relatively new too. Wingate. That's definitely a Hunter, you can tell by the canopy. Well, that's another thing too, is that canopy also doesn't look Hunter. So it's probably not a Hunter. Still have the Claudette, the black and brass from Hunter that I really liked last year. This looks relatively new too, with like the more curvy blade design with the swoops. Hunter Symphony. It's cool, almost like that I think is among one of the closest designs to something like an old airplane propeller set. An old airplane propeller. I was always fascinated by fans that look like that. Oh, of course, the Sea Air. Still there, classic. Looks like they have fewer lights on than usual. I think these two actually had their lights on last time I was here. Oh, that could also just be people playing with it, because, I mean, this one you can pull the light chain if you want. I don't want to get in trouble, though, so I never mess with any of the chains at these stores. Still have the 60-inch Midas, 1886 over here. I don't know why, but I'm always surprised by how wide the blades are on this thing. I mean, it makes sense because it only has two blades, but still. It's which is fascinating. In the Hunter loft, this, now that I'm thinking about it, kind of looks like the one that we saw at the start. It's got to have like a similar motor, at least similar blades as well, but maybe just like on a smaller scale, to my knowledge anyway. So we got some customers coming in this way, so I'm gonna start coming down the aisles now. So they moved the arrows too to over here, kind of blocking it in. We got our Patriot lighting over here, the Minerva 2. That's kind of a classic design too, in terms of like modern-ish builder fans. I'd say this as well, the Apollo 2. Classic builder-ish designs, at least in the Midwest region, which makes sense if Patriot Lighting is the brand. Same thing with these huggers. You know, there is actually a restaurant I've been meaning to get video of that has 6 of these in its dining room in the that'd be close to like a brushed nickel finish. We'll call it that. This looks new though, a matte white. Oh, and I forgot to mention the matte black they have here too. I think those are 2 new finishes of this fan for this year, which is pretty cool. They're like really jamming these in here though. It's almost Home Depot-esque at this point. Still have the crescent, the crystal shade, and the Patriot Lighting. Oh, what was that? Girly? G-U-R-L-Y, I think that is. With the light on the canopy. Definitely a very unique concept there, having an LED strip on the canopy and not below. Got the fandeliers here, they've moved those. Oh, they have a bunch of new fandeliers I can already kind of see. We'll get to that in a moment. These all are pretty much the same, or they've been here before. So let's move on to anyone in this aisle. No one's in this aisle. Sweet. These are the new fandeliers, it looks like. Oh, okay. So these 2 are not fandeliers, but they're like air shadow type fans. You can kind of see they got the blades hidden up there. Sorry, I'm not aiming the camera correctly. On both of those, you can kind of see that. That's a little more fandelier-like. This is probably the most basic of the set. It literally looks like a desk fan that they threw on the ceiling. I feel like I've seen this one before, but it's got a very sparkly shade. I don't know if that's coming across on camera well, but they got like a crystal effect going on in the shade there, which is pretty cool. Swank Fandelier. I don't know, that's a funny name. That's a funny name. This one here with the wood on it, looks like the lighting is on the outside, but it's not on. Like those would be the light strips over there. Again, this, I can't even tell how many blades that has. It's got a lot of blades. I think it's got like maybe 7 or 8, but they're clear. Oh! That's new. Silas? It's really cool. That's literally like a desk fan that they threw on the ceiling. I'm trying to think. Almost like if they were to split up the gyros, like the Minka Air and Matthew Fan Company gyro type fans, or Atlas Fan Company. That's kind of what that looks like. Patriot Lighting. Oh, here we go. This was the wooden fandelier that we see right there from a new brand, Fanway. I don't think that's another house brand, but maybe. Oh wait, is that not the brand? We got Fanway there, or Fanaway there, then we got Beacon Lighting here. Don't know which one is which. The Australian original. Okay, so this looks to be an Australian import, maybe. Retractable blade fan, Tulum. That's probably the brand name. Let me see. There's its remote. Now some people like to see the fan boxes, so I'll just do like a quick pan across for those. Low profiles are still here. Matrix is still here. Silent Breeze is still here. Auberville's still here. Oh, what the heck? You guys see that? On the Aviator, now they have different colors in the LEDs? That's cool. So it's cycling through the standard light color temperatures now, but then it's gonna go to like a green and a blue eventually. While we wait for that, I'll keep it in frame so then you guys can see it. We still have the Gannon. Oh, there. Oh, now we got red. Oh, I think it's just got like an RGB effect because red, green, blue. Haha. Yep, there's the green. And then we saw the blue. Patriot Lighting Flame. Right up there. I kind of like how it's got like more like a, almost like a stealth design with the way that the blades swoop out. That's pretty cool. Speaking of, I'm gonna look for that stealth sign that's usually here. We'll still have the lighted housing, forest, or the moose by Hunter. And now for our final aisle. Looks to be primarily the same. We still have the industrial up there. Just see if there's anything I don't recognize here, and so far, not really. Oh, maybe this. Patriot Lighting Voyager. The three-bladed thing. The brass accents, almost like blade brackets. That looks new. And so is this, actually. Patriot Lighting Regency. Okay, that's interesting. It's got kind of like what Casablanca used to do, and some other manufacturers back in like the contemporary era, where they had, like, pretend my hand is the blade bracket, the blade would go underneath where my palm is, and then they have a bit of an accent piece underneath to where it looks like a traditional, like, from a glance, it would look like a traditional blade bracket. I think they did that with, Casablanca did that with the Constellation. The Mission. I can't think of what else off the top of my head, but I know there's others. Is that a new Hunter? No, it's a Patriot Lighting Libre. Almost looks like a Hunter Henley copy. Speaking of, the Henley 2 is still here. Smallest blade brackets ever for those blades. Well, all right. I think that pretty much wraps up everything here. Oh, wait, one more. I can't tell if that's new, but the one with the floral looking light kit. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of that, so make fun of me all you want. Celestia. One more, just saw it. Patriot Lighting Atlas with a double lighted housing. So we got an uplight and a downlight. Looks like uplights are kind of making a comeback this year with our fan selection, which is nice. I've always enjoyed a good uplight. So it's cool to see that that's potentially making a comeback. From a distance, it almost kind of looks like a Pokeball with like a Pokeball capsule almost. I know it doesn't look exactly like a Pokeball, so no need to point that out, but still, just at first glance, it kind of looked like that to me. Anyway, now I'm gonna officially wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Looks like we found some pretty interesting stuff this year. Oh. I keep finding things as I'm trying to go and close this out. That over there reminds me of Minka used to make a fan that had like the motor was in a cage, but then the blades came out of the cage. I don't remember what it's called. It's been forever. I've only seen them in one spot. So like a farm or something, but it reminds me of that fan. If anyone knows what fan I'm talking about, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Greatly appreciate it. All right, before I keep going, thank you all very much for watching. Remember, stay cool, everybody.